Hello, Gary Hernandez here, and welcome to Cane Self-Defense with Master Gary Hernandez. I'm going to talk about a part of the cane that does not get used a lot, and it's the center part, center of the shaft. Now, a lot of people always use around the tip area of the shaft when they're striking, or when they're doing a bayonet strike, either way, or even when they're using the hooks or smacking with the crook. But there's a lot you can do with the center of the cane. Now, this one here is the Urban Defender, where I have a teardrop in the center, but you can do this with just about any other cane as well. So I'm going to go over good techniques you can use for self-defense using the center of your cane. Give me a hand to me, Mr. Bob. Now, besides blocking, we can strike as well. Now, let's say right off the bat they throw a wild punch. He's going to go slow so he doesn't get injured with the cane. So he throws a wild haymaker. I step in and I cut into it, force on force. That sets me up for other techniques, obviously. So, but he does that again. And if I hit that hard enough and I still want to use more power, I'm simply going to shift, come in with a rifle strike right to the face. If he throws the other way, it's still in my hand. Same thing, striking and striking. Now, let's say he throws a straight shot. I can smack to the inside of his arm, hit him like that, or I can go back into using the center of the cane. He does it again, same thing. I can step this way, catching the back elbow area, and striking to the face. So you can do a lot. You have two hands on this cane, so you have a lot of power when you're coming in. Let's say, come this way a little bit, he throws a kick. I can cut into that shin or knee, smack into it, and then from there, lunge into the face again. Now, when you're using the center of your cane, whether you're wanting to push them away and without hurting them, let's say he's a drunk, he's coming up to me, I can push just like this, a push off, but let's say his hands are up. I turn it at an angle, come in, and I can push off again. Now, if I want to strike using the center and I want to hit good pinpoint target areas, obviously if his hands are down, he's coming in, I've got that throat. Let's say he throws a punch. As I move from here, when I go to the face, with this cane, it's wood. Anywhere I smack's going to be a good job. Unlike when you throw a punch with your hand, believe it or not, when you throw a punch to hit somebody in the upper area, you're limited on where you want to hit them if you don't want to take a chance of breaking your hand or getting hurt. So when you throw a punch, you never want to punch anybody in the mouth. Their teeth are going to tear up your knuckles. Punching somebody, if he drops his head a bit and I hit him in the head, it's going to hurt him, but there's a high chance of breaking my fingers because the head's like a human bowling ball. To the side, same thing, side of the head, it's still going to hurt. Your rich areas to strike with would be ear, temple, jawline, and nose. Anything else has got solid area, you're either going to hurt your hand or take a chance of cutting them open with their teeth. But with a piece of wood, it's not going to matter because that's what I'm hitting with. So it doesn't matter if I strike the top of the head, the side of the head, the front, the throat. It's all going to be good strikes. Now, don't get me wrong. He throws that technique, I can smack it and hit him with another part of my cane. Absolutely. But if you happen to be in close, and let's say he grabs you with two hands, as I break the grab, I can smack into the face with the center part of the cane. He's got a hold of me here, just with one hand. And let's say he hasn't lifted that hand, but he's yelling at me. There's a lot of different things I can do. As I bring my cane up, I can simply use the cane to hit target-enriched areas. And I call target-enriched areas, the reason I say that is it's where I want to go. People are big and strong these days, and I'm getting older, so I want to hit areas that are going to hurt them, and I don't have to have as much power. So when I bring my cane up, I'm not just going to smack him that elbow. I'm going to shift my body weight and simply add a little to it as I smack that elbow, and then I can smack him in the head. He grabs me with the other hand. Remember, I went this way a minute ago, so I come up here, smacking that, and then again, I can smack. So don't think of, you're limited to each side of your cane. That center part has a good purpose on there. If he starts to throw a punch, and if I just push it out of the way with my hand, I can hit him really hard in the ribs. Right in the ribs with it. Boom. Yes, I do believe that my bayonet strike to the ribs is going to be more powerful. I know that. I believe that. But if I happen to be where he does something and I push from here and I just want to push him off me, a good strike to the ribs, it's still going to cause kind of an injury. Another thing you can do with the center part of your cane is I like to call cracking the egg. He gets a hold of me, and for some reason, let's say he grabs me underneath the arms. Now, I'm not going to do this real hard because he hates this. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to squeeze. You can do it this way. You can do it this way. I'm going to go a little bit here, tap when he feels pressure. And I'm right there. I'm simply squeezing his head, locking him in. I call it cracking the egg. Now, let's say he grabs me over my shoulders from here. Now, from here, I can still maneuver. I can simply, as I shift, I can turn and push into his ribs with the center of the cane and push off, and then I can strike. Now, if he's got me from behind,
over the arms, or
can you get over?
I'm not sure. I don't think I can connect.
Yeah. Mark, can you get over my arms?
Absolutely.
All right. I'm going to bring somebody with a little bit bigger grab.
Pinch hitter.
So Mark's got me over the arms from here. Now, besides using this like we've done before, I can come down, especially if you got a teardrop. You got a good grip on me, sir?
Do now.
All right, he's got a good grip. Here, tell me when he doesn't like this.
I don't like it.
Okay. So, and then using that, if you don't, I'm going to use the octagons that even with around here, tell me if he doesn't like this again.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is, in his knuckle area, I'm grinding the wheat. And then once I do that, I can turn and I can smack him. Thank you, sir.
Sir.
So you can use that center for blocking, for striking, for raking. One of the good things about it is, Bob, from here, Bob starts to come in. If I hit him in the groin with a traditional, I can bring my cane up, smack him up into the jaw, and rake it back down on his face. Is that a little overkill on violence? Probably, but it depends on the situation. Now, I got Mr. Mark again. Mr. Mark's a big, strong guy, right? So he starts to come in with a little bit of attitude, and I smack him right into the face. He's been with me long enough to know not to move and just trust that I'm not going to hit him. So once I smack him in the face, that gives me time to turn and move. And I'm putting all my power and body weight into it. Let's say he's just a drunk guy and I want to push him. I can push him away too. Thank you, sir. So the center of your cane, again, one more time. He throws a haymaker. I can cut into it. He throws a straight punch. I can cut into it. He throws a kick. I can cut into it. And then I can obviously strike in various areas. So don't think this does not have any big importance. It's not just for blocking, it's for striking. Again, raking into their arms, into their head when they got a hold of you in a grab. A really good thing that you can do with this, if you had to. We borrow you again, sir. Now, Bob, what need you to do, Bob?
Oh, okay.
Right about here. Bob, let's put you on this side. Can you face Mr. Mark? Now, let's say, come this way a little bit. Let's say Mr. Mark is just pissed off at Mr. Bob. He's got a hold of him. Go ahead and grab him. Well, if I'm trying to pull him off, he's not going to let me. He won't let me. Now, obviously, I could strike him, but I could come around. Let's see what happens now. You okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, sorry about that. Bob's probably going, I'm glad I was in this time. So you just go into the throat. And what I did was, before I obviously, hold on to him again. Doing like this, I take a chance of A, hitting Bob, B, he's going to see that. So I kind of flip it around here really quick before he gets the chin. Even let's say he tucks his chin, I can rifle it under his chin. If it hits his face, I'm not going to go hard because you're going to hate this. I can just grind the wheat across his face and pull him off. Thank you, gentlemen. So remember, while you're training, when you're doing your bayonet strikes, your swings, do your hits, do your blocks, do your grinding. Hopefully that tip helps. Gary Hernandez, thank you, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.